All right, what's going on, brothers? Hopefully everything's going good. Hopefully everything's going well. All right, brothers, I'm gonna give some more thoughts on the DDG Bailey situation. Uh, I did a video. I can't think of the name of it. It's on the feed. The videos I got over a year ago, and I was talking about this same thing, but I was actually using CJ So Cool, The Truth, G Herbo. I mean, all these people's situation is basically what DDG went through. Is going through. Von Miller, you guys remember that football player Von Miller? Same thing. You know, same thing. Gilbert Arenas, very similar. Gilbert Arenas as well. Matt Barnes. These are all pretty much the same situation. But one that's really identical, that would really mirror DDG, would be Nas and Khalees. Nas and DDG and Halle Berry is like the new Nas and Khalees. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, his situation damn near is almost identical to Nas. I say all that to say this, brothers, to show you that there's nothing new under the sun. Also, I would say if I was DDG, you know, being that he's somewhat a celebrity, I would reach out to Nas. I would reach out to Nas. He might not be able to get with Nas right away, but I believe in a couple of months, couple of weeks, with persistence and reaching out and being genuine, I believe he'll be able to connect with Nas. I believe he'll be able to connect with Nas, and I believe Nas, being that he's an elder, I believe if Nas, I don't know Nas, but I'm just saying if Nas believed that he's genuine, I believe Nas would drop some gems on him, as they would say, can help him out. Well, look, because I'm telling you, your situation is identical to his. But like I said, he ain't even got to reach out to Nas. He can reach out to, well, I wouldn't reach out to them because the way they acting. The Truth and CJ So Cool, G Herbo. I don't think these guys actually learned from their situation. But anyway, but that's pretty much, what he's going through. But at the end of the day, brothers, it's your fault. It's always going to be your fault, brothers, because you think DDG didn't see the signs? He did. And I don't feel sorry for a guy like DDG. Reason being because DDG has access to a lot of women. The average man don't have that. I don't care what nobody say. You can talk all the crap you want. Most of you guys won't even have nowhere near the access that he has had with women. Now don't get me wrong, we got some guys you guys would call them womanizers. Yeah, we do. We have those brothers in real time who's just a regular 9 to 5 worker, whatever. But those guys are few. They're few. Majority of men, I would say 80% of men are just average. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just talking about as far as getting women. It's just average. You might have to talk to 14 girls to get 2 numbers or something. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be. Of course, every guy you talk to is gonna be like, nah, man, every girl I see, I get whatever, right? Whatever. So I say all that to say this, but it's the average man, they deal with it because of selfish reasons. One, I think they call it a scarcity mindset, right? Which is okay, cool. They do it usually for consistent sex or having access to sex. Cause they like, well, damn man, if I go out and get another girl, I gotta do another song or dance, and it might not even work. At least with this girl, I have somewhat of an access to sex. But a lot of times, I'm telling you, but when you're in problematic situations, I would go 95% of the time, you're not gonna be having a lot of sex. You're not. Maybe the first 6 months, it'd be intense. But I guarantee you, y'all keep arguing and going back and forth, I'm telling you, sex gonna die down. It's going to die down. I guarantee you. Because so much disrespect is going on between one another. Especially, it's not going to be a lot of sex. Especially if a woman disrespects you a lot, she don't respect you, she's not going to be having sex with you a lot. Chances are she's not. She's going to be looking to mess with somebody else anyway. But anyway, so he chose to have kids with this problematic woman, so that's his own fault. Like in real time, it's a guy I know who had kids with well, I think I said it in the first video, and he regretted it. He said, "Man, I regret having kids with her." And I remember telling, I said, "Yo, it's your own fault, man." And he's like, "Man, you right." And when I told him that this is over a decade ago, you understand what I'm saying? I don't think DDG was even around at this time. Cause I said, "Man, you knew how she was." He's like, "Man, you right, you right." I said, you knew how she was. Tell me I'm lying. He's like, nah, you right. You right. I knew how she was. And he still regret that to this day. There ain't nothing he can do about it. You know. But anyway, brothers. So this stuff is nothing new. Look to the past, brothers. Especially for you young cats. Look to the past, man. You know, get an understanding of the past. Uh, People who rise to the top or who in positions of power, things like that. A lot of them, they're very good at. They're very well versed in history, from politicians, mayors. A lot of them are very well versed in history. You know, a lot of them, and that shows you. You know, even a lot of your top scholars, Malcolm X. A lot of these people were very well versed in history. You know, even a lot of people in their fields, their professions, like boxers. A lot of top boxers, you know, understand the history of boxing from the, you know, a lot of them have a, you know, even a lot of the top rappers, you know, have an understanding of the history of it. Those who came before them, right? So, but anyway, brothers, and I say all that to say this, brothers. When you look at the past, you can navigate the future. Because a lot of the things that they went through, you'll go through, but you can do it better. You can say, you know what? Matter of fact, rap is a good example. A lot of brothers saw what happened to the previous acts, so they decided to go other ways. Even though a lot of brothers still got those bad deals, even in present time. You know, so but a lot of those brothers, some of those brothers who look back, they was like, you know what, I can do it better. You know, I see how he did it, I can do it better than they did it, and come with a better deal and get better. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. But that's it, man. I don't want to ramble too much, man. That's it, brothers. Especially when it comes to the dynamics of men and women, brothers. I'm telling you, man. If you want to avoid, if you looking for results and avoid a lot of the pitfalls that happens, all you gotta do is look at those before you, or look at what people going through. Look at the Nas and the Khalees, the DDGs of the world. Pay attention to them and watch what happens and how things play out. I'm telling you, how things are gonna play out for DDG, same as they played out for Nas. You know, so be careful, brothers. Uh, I'm out. Wisdom never gets old, brothers. I'm out. Peace.